Get ready for a quick quest guide for the Scrambled quest, in which the main rewards for completing are 5,000 construction, cooking and smithing experience, your very own pet egg, and 1 quest point. You'll just need to have completed the Children of the Sun quest before taking on this one, and in terms of skill requirements you'll need 38 construction, 36 cooking and 35 smithing. 50 combat is also recommended to defeat a level 16 chicken, 88 black Jaguar and level 106 red dragon during this quest, of which only the red dragon can be safe spotted. Because of these fights, having 43 prayer is also helpful for access to protection prayers. When it comes to items, everything that you need for this quest can be obtained during it. However, bringing along 2 regular planks will save you a small amount of time. In terms of recommended items, you'll want an anti-dragon shield or an anti-fire potion for running past some aggressive dragons, as well as 1 stamina potion to help with the running around. On top of this, bring along a weapon, armor, and 4 to 10 food to defeat the chicken, jaguar, and red dragon during this quest, bringing more food if you're below 43 prayer. In terms of teleports, you'll just want 1 to anywhere for after the quest is completed. Now you can begin this quest at the Tao Teok Temple located north of Tao Teklan and northwest of the Talati Rainforest in Varlamore. Provided you've completed the Twilight's Promise quest, the easiest way to get here is to use a Civitas Illa Fortis teleport to Varlamore before running northeast and selecting travel on your Quetzal before selecting to travel to the most western Tao Teklan option and running north from there to the Tao Teok Temple. Alternatively, if you've completed a Fairy Tale Part 2, you can travel to the AIS Fairy Ring Code before running southwest and then further south to the transport sign along the river before taking the river boat to Tao Teklan and running northwest from there. Without any teleports, you'll want to travel from Varrock to Varlamore before running a long ways west and then northwest to the Quetzalcoatl Gorge. Here select travel on the mountain guide to arrive in Auburn Vale and afterwards run southeast to the transport sign along the river before taking the river boat to Tao Teklan and running northwest from there. To start, talk to Alan atop the temple and go through the chat with him and his egg. Yes, he's bonkers and he's kind of in love with his egg. As the chat continues, select yes to officially begin the quest and after some more chatter say, of course. This will start a cutscene whereby Alan leaves and his egg then falls onto the ground and cracks. Following this, choose to inspect the egg whose name keeps changing to confirm it's broken, and afterwards run south out of the temple and into Tao Teklan before heading into the bar that's around the middle of the town. After arriving, talk to the bartender named King and say, "Scrumpty Rumpty fell off a wall," before going through the chat, whereby she says you'll need to rally her men to help with the egg situation. After the chat finishes, locate a Katzen within the bar and talk to him, whereby he asks you to get his axe back before he'll help you. Say, "I can talk to the blacksmith," and then go through the rest of the chat. Now run just southwest to the building with the anvil symbol and inside you'll find the blacksmith. Talk to the blacksmith before going through the chat. After it finishes, take the hammer on the table in the southwestern corner of the room and then select to repair the whetstone just east of you before selecting yes to repair it. After it's repaired, talk to the blacksmith again and go through the chat to obtain a Katzen's axe, and then use the axe with the whetstone before selecting yes to repair it. Fixed axe in hand, search the workbench on the northern wall of the room and select take the nails to obtain 20 nails. And afterwards take a brief moment to run into the building directly south before picking up the saw and empty bowl from the tables at the back of the room. Items obtained, run northeast back to the bar and talk to a Katzen before going through the chat, whereby he'll take his axe and the screen will fade to black as he goes to help you at the temple. Following this, run south up the temple to the altar on the minimap whereby you'll find Nezkedi. Talk to Nezkedi who'll first want some tea. Say, "I can get you some tea," before then selecting, of course, to be handed an empty teacup. Next, head a little east to the water pump and use your bowl on it to get a bowl of water, and afterwards run a tad northeast until you're just outside of the town, and then locate a man named Kua Odell nearby the damaged cart. talk to Jaguar, and after he tells you he needs his racing cart fixed, say, "I see. Well, maybe I can help you out with that," before finishing off the chat. If you didn't bring planks with you, then just run a tad south and pick up the 2 planks nearby the hippos on the ground before returning north to the cart. Now select to repair the cart before selecting yes to repair it. This will use up 2 regular planks as well as quite a few nails in the repair process. After the cart's fixed, talk to Jaguar and go through the chat, after which the screen will fade to black as he goes to help you at the temple. Following this, look just behind the cart whereby you'll find some Damiana flowers. Select to pick them to obtain some Damiana leaves and then use your leaves on the bowl of water to obtain Damiana water. Then return into the village west and go into the building directly north of the entry gates. Use your Damiana water on the oven to make Damiana tea. Then use the teacup that Nezkedi provided you with earlier on the Damiana tea. Tea in hand, return west to the temple and talk to Nezkedi. And following a short chat where he drinks the tea, the screen will fade to black as he goes to help you at the temple. Now let's head to the temple ourselves by running northeast out of the little town and up into the temple. Talk to any of the 3 men there and go through the chat whereby they all agree that the egg needs to be replaced with either a chicken, jaguar, or dragon egg. And lucky you're tasked with getting all 3. Now run south out of the temple and a bit further south before entering west into the farm's backyard and searching the large white eggs in it. This will prompt a level 16 chicken to pop out and attack you. Simply defeat the chicken, which really isn't too tricky, and then search the eggs to obtain a large egg. Following this, you'll want to run east to the dungeon sign across the river. If you have 40 agility, then you can go directly east and cross the log balance agility shortcut south, but if not, then run southeast and then loop around the stream to the east before heading north to the dungeon sign. Now ensure that your anti-dragon shield is equipped or that you've drunk a dose of your Antifire potion and then enter into the dungeon. Once inside, run south past the blue and red dragons to the most southeastern corner of the cave. Here you'll find a group of smaller red eggs surrounded by larger red eggs. Select to search the central group of red eggs, which will prompt a level 106 red dragon to appear and attack you. This red dragon can be safe spotted by standing east of the red eggs whereby it won't be able to reach you. From here you can easily defeat it with ranged. Otherwise you can also defeat it with melee, and while it's best to be cautious, I have found that it rarely if ever uses dragon fire. After the dragon's defeated, search the red eggs again to obtain a dragon egg. Now ensure your anti-dragon shield is equipped or you've drunk an anti-fire potion dose, and then run northwest back to the cave entrance before going through it to exit the cave. Once outside, run east for a short while, and before long you'll come across a tent with some eggs in front of it that's surrounded by aggressive jaguars. Select to search the eggs and pop on protect from melee if you have access to it, and the level 88 black jaguar will jump out and attack you. This one can't be safe spotted, however it only attacks with melee, so just pray protect from melee if you have access to it and defeat it. And once you've beaten it, search the eggs in front of the tent to obtain a jaguar egg. All 3 eggs obtained, you'll now want to run northwest and cross over the bridge before continuing west all the way back to the temple before heading up to the top of it. After arriving, talk to each of the 3 men, being Nezkedi, Jaguar, and Eggcellent. Talk to them one at a time and go through the chat with each of them to hand over the 3 eggs to them so that they can be judged. After handing over the last egg, a cutscene will take place whereby you decide that the jaguar egg is the best one before all 3 eggs fall off the wall in unison and break. And when the cutscene finishes, you'll be presented with an excellent and very messy puzzle, and the pieces will be shuffled differently for everyone. Hovering your mouse over the puzzle icon will show you the picture that you're creating, and clicking the puzzle pieces will rotate them, while you can click and drag a piece to move it. If a puzzle piece is correctly rotated and in the right area, it'll snap into place within the puzzle and you'll know it's correct. Once correctly snapped into place, the piece can no longer be moved. I believe the easiest way to solve this is to firstly focus on the colored pieces, being the 2 eyes and the mouth. And after they're in place, you'll want to pay attention to the egg's gradient. I think it's easiest to put together the right side of the puzzle that has a darker gradient before focusing on the rest of the puzzle. It's a little bit of a tricky puzzle, but thanks to pieces snapping in when they're correct, you're pretty much guaranteed to make progress with it over time. I'll also show a solution on screen revealing how it'll look with an outline of all the puzzle pieces, so that you can really easily see how everything fits together if you just want to get it done fast. After you complete the puzzle, another cutscene will take place whereby Alan returns home to start his new life with his egg before falling down the temple and presumably dying. Oops, when the cutscene finishes, bam, quest complete. You'll be awarded 5,000 construction, cooking and smithing experience, your very own egg, and 1 quest point. After the quest is finished, you can talk to the egg on the wall and select yes to take it. And of course it's wieldable, so you can carry it around and show it off to everyone. And even pop it into your POH menagerie if you like. Thanks so much for watching, catch you in the next quest.